Hi guys, Lee here. Welcome to the next episode in this very popular trading podcast. On this episode, I want to talk to you about when you should be trading, what time frames to trade, what happens when life gets busy, what happens when you've tried one time frame to trade or one style of trading that's not worked, or you'd like to try another time frame to trade and fit it in your life, maybe at a different part of the day. Because I think, of course, look, we're all busy people. Trading can be challenging for some people and very rewarding for other people. And what is the secret ingredients, really, of being a successful trader or a consistently profitable trader? So I want to dive into, on this podcast, I'm on my own today, and I want to just dive into, really, to help you as much as I possibly can when it comes to talking about fitting trading into your day, fitting trading into your life, and the time frames, because I think the time frames are very important. When I'm talking about time frames, we trade from a chart. And so we trade from different times on a chart: 5 minute, 15 minute, 60-minute, 4-hour charts, daily charts, weekly charts, monthly charts. You can even do quarterly and yearly charts if you wanted to. Of course, that wouldn't be fun, and it'd be quite boring, wouldn't it? But the key really is to get the time frame that suits you and fits into your life. Now, I might say something a bit controversial here. I see lots of people out there trading 1 minute, 2 minute charts, and I feel that, okay, that's fine, because when you start trading, you want to make money as quick as possible. Your number one goal is to grow your trading account. And on a 1 and 2 minute chart, 5 minute charts, you have good intentions to really go and make money as quick as possible. And you're sort of scalping. And a lot of people don't have a large size trading account. And they're scalping for like 10 points. I've seen people scalp for like 6, 7 points. And, with larger position size. And the question you need to ask yourself, is this something that you think you're going to be doing in the next 2 or 3 years? As a day trader, trading off a 1 minute chart, do you think you can continue to do that mentally as well as anything else? Okay, so I feel a lot of people don't fit into that camp of scalping the markets, because they do have good intentions when they start. I want to use a 1 minute chart or even a 10-second chart. I want to go in and get 10 points. I want to do that 15, 16 times a day. It just doesn't have any longevity whatsoever. I feel a lot of people lose motivation after a few losing trades, or that bad things happen. I feel when you're learning to day trade, I feel like if you can do something like and remember, a lot of people got jobs. They're working full time. They've got to start work, let's say at 9 p.m. in the morning, or 9 a.m. in the morning. You've got that window of opportunity from 7 till 9 a.m. Problem with 7 to 9 a.m. is that from 7 to 8 a.m. the spreads are actually wider on most brokers than they are from 8 a.m. in the morning onwards. Okay, because really that's where the European session markets open, equities open fully, and FX markets really do come in with more volume. Then there are moves that happen that come in around 6 a.m. in the morning, but the spreads are wider, so you're going to get eaten up with so many costs from your broker. All right, and that's not always the case. There's lots of different brokers out there, but if you're going to be going for the 7 point profit in the morning, can you keep that going? And the thing is, if you're working, the best spreads are the best costs from 8 a.m. in the morning to the morning move at 10 a.m. really. So you really want to be trading those markets at 8 a.m. But a lot of people are working, or they get ready for jobs, or they're commuting, and that isn't the case. So think about it. Do you think you're going to be trading off a 1 minute chart in a year's time? Are you up for it? Are you a young person that really wants to be diving into those 1 minute charts and trading very fast indeed? Of course, we can go into personality profiling here, but I don't want to do that on this podcast. So the next sort of time frame to look at, are the 15 minutes and the 1 hour 60-minute time frames. Now I feel with these time frames you've got a much better chance of being successful. They're slower time frames. 1 hour time frame, a candlestick takes 1 hour to open and close. 15 minutes takes 15 minutes. It's a slower time frame, and it gives people a better chance, I think, of day trading. So you can still day trade and make money and close your trades down by the end of the day using a 1 hour time frame. All right, so 1 hour is a lot slower. Your stop is going to be wider. Your position size is going to be smaller, but you're probably going to have more winning trades likely than if you're off a fast and frantic 1 minute chart. So think about that. It's much more relaxing on a 60-minute chart, and then on a 4 hour time frame, it's a much slower time frame. And you might have heard me talking about getting faked out of moves, getting faked out of trends. When the market's going up, it has that pullback on a 5-minute chart. You get faked out the move. That means you close the trade down, the market fakes you out, and then it carries on in the direction it would do. You don't get that as much on a 4 hour time frame. You tend to get nice clean moves on a 4 hour time frame, and they're a lot slower, and you've got time to set them up whatever time in the morning you want to. Now the golden hour is at 8 a.m. but you can set these orders up on a 4 hour chart early in the morning, whatever time frame you want. So that fits better for a lot of people. I personally think if you're somebody that hasn't got the appetite to trade off a 1 minute chart, then I feel like the 60 and 4 hours perfect for day traders. It doesn't mean though that you can't be more advanced on a 4 hour time frame and enter your signal from a 5 minute trigger. All right, so let's say for example we've got a green tracks on the 4 hour time frame, momentum trigger firing up, momentum's going long, and suddenly the 5 minute goes from red to green. You get that then trigger to go long, then that could be used for you. The other way of using 4 hour time frames is placing limit orders and stop orders, so you can get into these trades without you actually being at your screen, and obviously the bot AI is perfect for that. So 4 hour time frames, you can get good risk reward. So on a 1 minute chart, if you're going for like 7 points, your stop's 7 points, maybe even 5 points away. And you get a probably 1-to-1 risk reward ratio on that. But with a 4 hour time frame, these trades can last all day long. So you're probably making, you're risking 20 points to make 80 points sometimes on the FX market. All right, so I feel like it's got a lot of benefits, the 4 hour time frame for day trading. It allows you to take your time. It allows you to scan the charts and look for the perfect setup. It doesn't fake you out of trades. You don't get that much of a pullback because the trade gets done and dusted and it's over to that target pretty quickly, because the 4 hour candlestick isn't fast, where a 1 minute candlestick flashes around on the chart very fast indeed. So think about that. And if you then feel like the 4 hours is too long and the 1 minute's too fast, then sit maybe in between on a 60-minute chart. Remember, the candlesticks open on the 60-minute time. Okay, so this is where you can get into a bit of a routine. You could be looking at charts at 6:45 in the morning and waiting for that 7 a.m. candlestick to open, and use your strategy, of course, around that to actually take the trade. Okay, so you're looking at 6:45 in the morning. You're looking for that. What's that next 7 a.m. candlestick's going to open, or the last 6 a.m. candlesticks are going to close, and your strategy is setting up. You set your order. You place your order with your broker. You set your stop. You can set your profit target, and you can then manage it on your phone. You could then manage it on your watch. I've seen people doing that before, and you can just browse at it. All right, so have a think about it, guys. I don't know what time frame you want to, and this is just throwing it open here to you, and have a think about it. If you're trading off a 1 minute chart, could it really, could you really continue to do that for the next 5 years? I don't know. If you've got the appetite to do that, that's great. What about 4 hour time frame? I think a lot of people would benefit from 4 hour time frames as well. It's got so many positives around a 4 hour chart, and I feel more people will be successful trading off a 4 hour time frame. You need the patience on a 4 hour chart, but it beats getting faked out of like 1 minute charts, and then it goes in the direction, and then the pain is then quicker, isn't it? Yeah. So you can always add to the positions. I can make just as much money on a 4 hour time frame than I can on a 1 and 5 minute chart, guys. I can add to positions. So what that means is, if the market's going up and I'm long one position, I can then add another position, number 2 or number 3. I can do that if I want to as well. What about swing trading? Well, those of you that are very much not into day trading, you can use the daily charts, and you can take the same strategies that we have here at Trading College, and you can use it on the daily time frame. All right, it's a lot slower, it's swing trading, and there's an opportunity for you to make substantial returns if you know what you're doing on a daily chart. All right, everything's a lot slower indeed. A good friend of mine is a BA pilot, captain, flies jumbo jets, so he's long haul. His charts are 2-day charts, and using our strategies here at Trading College, he used 2 daily charts. So every candlestick's 2 days worth of price action. All right, so this podcast is a little bit about just trying to fit it into your life, asking questions like I'm always wanting you to do, and trading off those bigger time frames, 60 4 hour time frame day trading. You can go out on your bike, you can go to lunch, and those trades are still running, and they can get substantial amounts of profits with those. Hope it helps. Just a sort of a brain dump really for you, to help you out in guiding you into where you want to go. And of course, you can trade whatever time frame you want to. I just want to make sure that you can be as profitable as possible and make as much money as possible. And this is something we do in mentorship, looking at the individual, personality profiling, getting the right strategies, the right time frames to suit that person individually. All right, hope it helps. Speak to you on the next podcast.